What I say, suspect?
You were saying refuting the.
You were saying how smart he was.
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you how smart he is. If you don't think a motherfucker is smart that infiltrates an entire gang as a Mexican, and by the time he gets indicted, has everybody eating out the palm of his hands, and he's calling all the shots, and they're basically saying whatever you want to do, we're doing. If that nigga is not, now you can say, oh, that's just the money. Cool, but let's do it again. You're telling me the guy's not smart? That even after he cooperated, he's the biggest rat ever been known, comes back home again, and he gets another group of young dudes and say, yo, y'all are the...
Right there. Let me stop you right there. You're giving niggas too much credit. What you're not saying is that a lot of niggas are stupid.
Look, and then another thing that you're not saying, is there's a million 6ix9ines in the industry.
Oh, everybody know that.
They just feed their wolves a little better. If you don't feed the wolves gonna feast on you. You hear me? I think it's a lot of 6ix9ines around.
I don't think that it's a lot of 6ix9ines in this industry. That nigga.
No, I guarantee you, it's a lot of niggas who not from their hood who just popped up and said, "You finna be the mascot," and now we all eating off you. I guarantee you, and I know some personally. I ain't gonna say no name.
In that aspect, I see what you're saying, but 6ix9ine is an individual that don't
now
give a
he
fuck
might
about
be
his life.
unique individual that he could turn his shit up a little different, but there's a million mascots. He was just that one gray sheep that stood out a little bit because he was Mexican. He had the face tats. He had a little more. He had a little.
Hold on,
because he wasn't black and he was doing nigga shit with the weird ass face tats. I think it was a couple things that added to it.
Okay, so let's not talk past each other. And I want everybody's opinion to be heard, right? Because
I can't hear when y'all talking because I'm on my phone. I don't be trying to overtalk. I just can't hear you.
Oh no, it's all good. No, it's all good. What I'm trying to say is I also want to make sure everybody get their own pocket of being able to talk. So I'll ask this, and then y'all could chime in, whatever. Because you just brought up something interesting, right? What people don't realize about the whole thing with Treyway and kind of one of the reasons it fell apart. Remember, 6ix9ine got locked up because his gang turned on him, right? Now, what was the first reason why they turned on him? Or who were the first two people? The first two people were the people who kidnapped him. Why did they turn on him? They turned on 6ix9ine because what happened is 6ix9ine was always the money. Shotty was better at being close to him, and Shotty realized even though he outranked him in the gang, if you listen to 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine will keep you around. So 6ix9ine felt like he had the power. But for Shotty, he was like, really, you don't have the power, but this is the only way I could get your ear. So I'll make you feel like you calling the shots. If you listen to, and I watched that whole trial, if you hear what Harv and Nuke were saying, and those are the people who allegedly kidnapped him, there was time that there was like $50,000, $30,000 that they thought was going to be bust down among like the gang, and they weren't getting the proper share. Every time you think about street shit, you always got to think about where it goes left. Think about the X case. Why is that nigga testifying? He got paid the least out of the 50,000. Everybody got 15,000. He got 5. Think about all this shit. It's always a nigga who starts to go on a different path because now he feels he not getting a handle in the business. 6ix9ine wasn't looking at it like, yo, yeah, Shotty's a demon, but that nigga Harv is another level. Also, so you got to pay everybody. You got to keep that money flowing. 6ix9ine was just like, yo, I'm going to give you the money, you handle them. But what happened is jealousy bred this and third, and they said, well, if we can't get to you to tell you how we feel, we kidnapping you. So there's a point to what to what Suspect is saying about if you're gonna have wolves, you got to feed them. I always say a nigga is only as loyal as his last meal. If you ain't feed him last, expect no loyalty. Why did 6ix9ine get kidnapped?
I've always said that.
Them niggas did not. They felt like Shotty was taking the most of the money, and they felt they outranked Shotty on a gang level, and they're saying, yo, if niggas ain't gonna really pay us like how we feel we should pay, fuck them niggas. So now we're in this situation. What do you think, Facts? And then we'll go to Suspect and Kyrie and whoever else.
Nah, I feel like 6ix9ine is a nigga that did exactly what he wanted to do. He didn't really give a fuck about niggas. I remember when 6ix9ine was a good kid shooting music videos for fucking niggas in the hood. You feel me? So I'll say this. I don't think that 6ix9ine is a street nigga, and I don't think that he a gangster. I think that niggas fucked him over, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do as a civilian. Straight like that. Like I don't feel like the nigga did anything other than what niggas expected him to do, bro. I feel like we do give that nigga too much credit and call him a gangster or whatever in the comments because of the stupid shit he's doing, telling niggas to suck his dick or whatever the case may be. But I say that nigga 6ix9ine is he's a good kid. He's a civilian.
Mm.
Man, nigga, man.
This is Kyrie, buddy. Go ahead.
We gotta stop moving the goalposts for niggas and acting like niggas don't ask for this.
Explain.
It's very simple, bro. You go around with this energy, you put this energy out in the air, you're gonna receive it. It's very simple. It's not hard to understand. And especially the way you display it too. Like, bro, you running around with no security, bro.
That was stupid.
It's just pure stupidity. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you at with it. And it's like the only explanation is because you okay with dying. You know what I'm saying? Which I understand if you risk it for the biscuit, you made it to the highest heights that you could get to. But like the whole trying to be a gangster stuff, that's out the window, bro.
Yo, I have a very honest moment before, and Suspect, I know you're here. I'm going to throw it to you and say, I'm going to have an honest moment with y'all. You know, I've said this publicly, but I definitely said to 6ix9ine before, because I've seen this disconcernment in terms of, well, if they, like, a nigga going to have to kill me to show me. And I remember, like, I've said this to say, yo, and I've had this conversation with him too, even when I'm trying to explain why, yeah, I'm your friend, but like I do get offended when you post a dead corpse of King Von's body. Like it offends me. It offends me when you're making fun of other people that died. And I basically said to him, I said, yo, you only are thinking about your life, right? In the sense of, yo, okay, say something happened to you, this and third, but people care about you and people worry about you. And you got your mom that loves you. You got your brother that loves you. And if you operate in that, when you get hurt, they're worried. They're upset. Their livelihood is jeopardized. If you're not thinking about other people when you're doing what you're doing, that's a bit selfish. And I still believe that. You know what I mean? Like you gotta realize that you owe it. It's not only just your life at this point. You're the reason why your mom don't work. You're the reason why your brother is in the situation he is. You're the reason why there's a lot of people that depend on you. And if you're just on some shit like, oh, yeah, if y'all niggas want to kill me shit, that might be your thought because you want to go out as a martyr, but that's selfish. You know what I mean? Like, not to get too dark, but like some people look at sometimes when they're talking about suicide as, yo, like you might think you're going through some pain and you want to do whatever to yourself, but there's people that love you that now you're putting them in eternal turmoil. So you got to think about shit like that. It's not just only you. Suspect, what's up?
That martyr shit is really like, I think that's extremely false. Cause like niggas don't be realizing, bro, you could be the realest nigga from your section. And some of your niggas might not come to your funeral, or if everybody do come, nigga, in 2 weeks, niggas is gonna move on with their lives and never give a fuck about what you had going on. Nigga, live for your kids, bro. That shit not important.
Yo, that's such a great point. I always told people this, and I'm telling you, this is coming from all these guys I love so much in a sense of like, my life is my work. So a lot of people you see I cover, I build relationships with, I talk to them. I don't really have regular friends. I don't have friends who be like, oh yeah, we just play cards on the weekend. All my friends happen to either be around this or they gotta be old friends from college or something. I remember with X. I promise y'all, and I hate to use my brother and somebody who I love so much as an example. I remember X not only on the interview telling me this, But we've talked in private, and he told me this. He said, yo, people love me so much that if someone was to hurt me or if I ever died, a million other people would die too. And he was saying that to say people loved him so much that if someone ever took his life or something ever happened to him, so many people would be affected, they would be like, they don't want to live. Bro, we're 5 years after he died. And his killers just got convicted. I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of his fans have moved on.
Wait, what? That's
a
can't
fact.
say that.
This is a
you can't say
microwave
that,
music
bro.
team.
Hold on.
No.
I agree with that.
Hold on.
they've moved.
I can't agree because if you go, bro, no funny shit. This is gonna sound weird, but I go to X page a lot, bro. And even before his killers was on trial, them niggas his fans was commenting on his page constantly, bro.
I'm not saying
them niggas miss X.
I'm not. Of course,
Yeah,
I miss X.
they
I
comment
miss
for both.
X. I'm just trying to say, X felt he was before he died. He felt he was in a position. He said this, my nigga. He said, if I was ever hurt or whatever, he said there would be a million people outside of a hospital for me. This is sometimes how you get brainwashed with thinking that people love you so much that to think that their life is that much interrupted. Yes, they're hurt. They're still hurt. I'm still hurt.
No disrespect to X. I just feel like some people think they're bigger than the program.
But people do move on. People moved on.
I think we live in a microwave artist world. This not the 80s when you got niggas like Prince, Michael Jackson, Charlie Murphy. Like, I mean, not Charlie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
You know what I'm talking about, nigga. Rick James. Niggas
Eddie
like
Murphy,
that. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, these are mega stars. Like, and X was huge. And just because there's still people on his page and they're still searching, he's not saying nobody's still searching, but it's just the overall, like the 99%, if you don't drop music in a month, bro, if you're not one of them Playboy Cardi or X, they forget.
Academics, if you go on Google right now and it'll tell you how much people been looking for X. I know you know how to do that shit. Search it up and see how much people been looking for X, and it'll tell you that the whole analytics from before the trial, after the trial, during the trial, all that. Bro,
Okay.
niggas love X, bro.
No, of course they do.
Nah,
but
you wanna know why they love X? Because X made good music, bro. Let's be real. 6ix9ine is not making good enough
Wait,
music.
hold on. Wait. All right, Kyrie, let me just interject this, right? Even without the music stuff, I'm trying to tell you how X saw the influence he had, and this is what I tell entertainers. Like even YoungBoy right now has the youth right now. Those people are gonna grow up to have families. They're gonna grow up to do different things.
Years ago.
They're not in 10 years. They won't care as much about YoungBoy as they do right now. That's the point I'm trying to say. When I talked to X really felt like he actually felt that what he had was almost like a cult. You know what a cult was? Or not every cult, but there's a popular cult where it was led by a cult leader named Jim Jones, where he drank poison and everybody drank poison with him.